Dear students, welcome to the e-learning session. This initiative is taken by Cambridge International School, Dasua. I am Navdeep, working as PGT Informatics Practices here. Students, the topic today we are going to focus is iteration. So iteration we have already started in our earlier class also. Iteration is basically the looping where we are going to repeat the fixed number of steps again and again. The earlier we were applying the operations row wise, clear? So today we will go through how to apply the operation column wise, and we also revise how to do the operation row wise. So moving forward, so the topics we have already covered till date is data frame. What is a data frame? It is a combination of rows and columns which represent the information in a tabular form. Then we have discussed series. Series is basically it represents the information in a single column. Clear? That is the difference between data frame and series. Then how to iterate over the data frame? We have already covered iterating over rows, how to iterate over rows. Let's say we have 10 rows and we want to access first row, then second row, third row, and so on automatically. So this process we will put up in a iteration. So this is what we meant by the term iteration and looping. Now moving forward, that we know that we can access a data frame in two ways, with the help of rows and with the help of columns, iterating over columns. Clear? So for iterating over rows, we have three methods here: iteration items, iteration rows, and iteration tuples. See students, starting with the same example that we have discussed. So this question is there that we have a dictionary that contains three lists: name, degree, and score, and then their corresponding value. This is also called key, and these are their corresponding values. Then with the help of a data frame function, we have converted this dictionary into a data frame, and then finally printed this data frame here with this print function. And on the right hand side you can see the output. Clear? In this output we have four rows, clear, and then we have three columns. What are the columns? Name, degree, and the corresponding score. And on the left most side we have this 0 1 2. This is the index value. Then you see students, clear, again we have started. First step is creating the data frame, and then is on the same data frame we are applying this iteration rows function. Clear? Where I and j are representing in the loop rows and columns. Clear? This is my data frame, and you can see when this function works. So what we have a name, clear, of first row, then degree of first row, then score of first row. So this operation is row wise. Then is we are accessing the second row, clear, where index value is 1, name is Pankaj, degree BCA, you can see here, and this one. Similarly the third row, and then finally the fourth row in the output. So this is how the iteration rows function works. The second function was we were having iteration items. So focus very carefully because these functions are very interrelated with each other. So we are applying the operation on the data frame itself and in iteration items. So what are the items basically represents? These are my names, items, then degree, and then score. So when the output comes here, you see items, clear. Item basically are represented by keys and values. So what are my keys? My name, degree, score, these are my keys, and these are my corresponding values. So when this basically loop starts, first key is name. So you see in the output part all the names are appearing here with the help of iteration item function. Then the second key is degree. So you see in the output all the degrees, and then finally to get the third one, that is the score in this output. So this is how the iteration items is different from iteration rows. And then finally we have a third function. Third function was iteration tuples. So you see students, what is iteration tuple is there basically. This also gives the information in the form of rows itself. Clear? For I in data frame. Clear? Using function iteration tuples. You see the information here is row wise. The only difference is now you have additional value here representing index value. So the first and third are very similar. The second one was iteration items, which was giving the output in the forms of items. So first we have revised all the three functions that we did in the last class. Then moving next, iteration over columns. So what is basically iteration over column is, in order to iterate over the columns, we need to create a list of data frames. So this is a prior first step that we will do first. We need to create a list of data frame columns, and then iterating through the list to pull out the data frame. So you see how this is done practically. So we will now switch over to the Python platform. So students, continuing with our uh, the same example, that I have already created a data frame. Clear? So this is using the dictionary, and we have converted this dictionary to a data frame, and then finally we have displayed this data frame with the help of this one print function, and you can see the final output. Clear? What the data frame contains: 4 rows and 3 columns. The columns are name, degree, and score. So start working with the same program. So first step is creating a list of data frame columns. So how this is done? You see, one the single statement is columns equal to the converting it to use the list function, list to whom to convert list, our data frame. And the final step is start the loop. For I in now, use the keyword columns. Use colon here, and for creating a comment, now printing the a specific element, let's say assume the third element of the columns. Here what are the columns? We have name, degree, and score. So how to do this? Just use print, and for a specific element of data frame, I represents row, and then we have subsequently column 2. So if I want to run this one, click on this run, and we will finally see the output. So students, you can see in the output, first part is this data frame is appearing here, and in the second part you are finding out the output of this one. So what is this one is? This is the, we have printed the third element. What is the third element here is Sudhir. Sudhir with its degree MTech and with its score 80. So you are finding out the operation on column wise. Clear? Clear? But the function we have used here, we are using the data frame. I is representing the rows, and this is my column. So the second is clear. The second operation that we have applied. Clear? So this represents the prints the third element of the column, that is we have Sudhir here in the example. Now students, let's say we want to apply the same operation on a file. The file is, that we have already used this file, NBA file, in our programs. Clear? That was the National Basketball Association in America. The file contains the records of the players, information about the players. So what we have did here, first is importing pandas, then is importing the CSV file using read CSV function, assigning it to data, and then is we have this becomes the data frame, and then we have applied the head function and we have entered here 3. This 3 represents that the first 3 rows will be displayed here. So let's say we want to execute this one, print this one. So we have assigned it to variable column col. So just run this one. So you can see in the output part we have now 3 rows. Clear? 0, 1, 2, these are their index values, then the name of the players, their teams, and the rest of information about the players. So now our next task is to apply the column operation on this file. So the first step is creating a list of data frame columns that we did in the last program also. Yeah, this is to convert the data frame columns. The operation is used here. Let's say I use a variable CLMN just to represent a column, and we have earlier already used the column variable here, so we will use that. Convert into a list, we will use a list function and supply the variable used earlier col. So this is the step is to convert. We have now data frame in columns. So finally we will apply the loop for I in the variable CLMN used in the above step. So use here at the colon also. Indentation now starts automatically. So I will give a message here printing again the third element of columns. So how this will be done? To display the result, we use the print function. Keyword here is now column I, and the same way that we have represented in the above one. So now to execute this one, shift enter. So now we would like to see now the see in the output part now, students. Now first you are finding the data frame output, and finally now with this print column we want to print the third column. So the third element of the column. So third element of the column is represented by John. Clear? So see here the all information about the John is first is his name. Clear? Then is his team name, then his number, position, age. So this all the information is represented here using this print column operation. So what we have did, we have printed the third element of columns. Clear? From the file name was NB. So this is all about the column operation, and in column operation we will discuss this function only. Clear? So the all the concepts are very interrelated, so you should have a very close look at all the things that we have gone through. Clear? So if I summarize, first we created a data frame. Clear? Then we used a function for creating a list of data frame columns, converted the data frame into columns, then printed the third element of the data frame. Clear? And then the same operation we applied on the file. The file, first we imported a file, then we displayed the first 3 rows. Clear? And then what we have created a list of data frame columns. Clear? Using the list function, converted this data frame to list of data frame columns, and then using that column variable, what we have done, we have basically now displayed the third element. What was the third element in the file? You see, third element was the information about John Holland. Clear? And that output is appearing here column wise. Clear? So all the elements of third row are here, John Holland, Boston as a output. So students, the iteration is very important topic and a bit confusing also. For this one you need to practice a lot. So students, at the end I thank you all for attending the today's session.